Aloha everybody, my name is Imua Garza, Imua Ikalanakila Garza, and I am a producer here in Hawaii for the last 25 years or so, and love making music with all the artists here, and yeah, grateful for what I do.
What's your Chinatown story?
I think the Chinatown story that comes to mind is I would always watch concerts as well at next door. I remember seeing Amos Lee, and I remember seeing the Gorillas playing. They were a band that my wife was in at a place called, I think it's called the Red Elephant, and they used to have a lot of awesome mics. I'm into a lot of gear in the studio, and so they had very prestigious mics and of quality. So when they would have the concerts and shows, I would be more like, wow, this is a pretty awesome experience to be in here. Currently, I love Jay Dolan's. I love going over there and grinding when I can after I see something at the Hawaii Theater. But so many great concerts there at the Hawaii Theater too. And the pies, right, on Thanksgiving.
Let's talk about that song that you just gave us that crazy sneak peek on. It's called Come Out Tonight. Tell us about it.
So a long time ago, I would say about 24 years. It was actually in 2001, so 24 years ago. My job at the time was, I was just learning how to record. I was recording our band, Ophi Pickers. And so our second record, which has like Old Fashioned Touch and Victim, that was on during that same time period. And to learn and to get better at that, our manager at the time, Brett, he said, hey, can you help me like record band's rehearsals? So we had Nacho Vibes come in. This was at a distribution center called the Linda Road. And Fiji would come in, and I would just like record and multi-track the band so that they had a rehearsal tape. And so one day after school, I would come to the studio. He said, hey, I got some good news and I got some bad news. The bad news is your session got canceled for the Ophi Pickers album. But the good news is Fiji is going to rehearse and you're going to record him. But he also wants to write you guys a song after and at least start something as a gift for taking your time slot. And so, I mean, of course, I'm like, yes, that's fine with me. So we went to the rehearsal, and just to get to be there with him and hang out and get to know also another musical inspiration for so many. But I got to know him at kind of a young age throughout high school. And what we did was he set up like a little drum loop that was real simple, something like that. And then he just started singing. And maybe he was there for a short while. And within 10 minutes or so, he already had a chorus idea, he had a verse. And it was enough to be like, that's a great song. And so he said, yeah, just go ahead, finish it. This is going to be my gift to you guys, my makana to you. And whenever you want to release it, yeah, this will be my gift. And so it was many, many years after that, because I didn't even get like a bounce, which is like a copy of what we did. So I didn't really hear it throughout the years. And it wasn't until before he passed, I got on the phone with him and I said, hey, remember that song that you wrote a long time ago? The one called Come Out Tonight. I actually finished writing the second verse and I wrote a bridge, and I think we could put it all together. So next time you're in town, we'd love to have you come and record. And he was so looking forward to it. And unfortunately, after he passed, I was like, man, I really want to finish what he started. And so I was able to contact our old manager, and he got the files. He says, hey, good news, I found the files. And so he sent it to me. I opened it up, and all it was white noise, because it was so old, the format of the file, so all it sounded like was psh. And I was like, oh no. And so I called him again, or texted him and said, hey, are you able to just try to drag it on? Maybe it was a broken link or something. So he was able to get the files and extract the audio. None of it really made sense musically because it was all over the place. And so I said, just send me whatever you have. And so send it to me. I was able to piece something together. And to me, I feel very honored to be able to finish what Fiji started for us, for the Ophi Pickers. And so when we release this, it's more out of aloha and love for him and his ohana. And and that was like his voice. The voice that was captured is the same year that like the Gratitude album was. And so to have such an iconic voice during that time period, to carry throughout the years, and then to be released and to be something fresh, it's pretty iconic and humbling for us to be able to carry that. So hope you enjoy.